Caitlin Clark, she's a great player. It was just to unlock millions of dollars for the league.
Sorry, Angel Reese, the $5 million offer was only for Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese fans are gonna be pissed.
You've upset the Reese's Pieces, and they're not happy about it.
She's not the draw.
What our sponsors was telling us.
Right.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. So.
It is what it is.
2 minutes ago, Ice Cube shut it down. The $5 million offer was for Caitlin Clark only. Angel Reese, not even considered.
But what about Angel Reese?
I think we can make that same offer because it won't have the same impact to the league.
Why? Sponsors said Caitlin brings the money. Angel doesn't. It's not hate, it's business, and it proves what we already knew. Caitlin Clark is on another level. If you support her, comment CC22 below. Let the world know who really runs the game.
Angel Reese, I put her right at that C level.
Oh,
I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year.
When Ice Cube and the Big Three made headlines offering a $5 million contract, it wasn't just about the money, it was a message. And that message was loud and clear. Caitlin Clark is worth it.
Ice Cube, no deal put in front of Angel Reese anytime soon. Sponsors assured him Clark, coming to his organization, would rake in cash hand over fist.
Not because she asked for it, not because she's viral on TikTok, but because actual sponsors told Ice Cube that Caitlin Clark would bring cash hand over fist. That's business. That's value. That's Caitlin. She didn't even need to play a full season. Just 8 regular season games and 2 playoff games would have earned her $5 million.
Only needed to have played in 8 regular season games and potentially 2 playoff games.
That kind of offer doesn't exist in women's basketball. It never has. Until Caitlin. Now here's where it gets real. When asked if Angel Reese might get the same deal, Ice Cube didn't hesitate. I don't know if we can make that same offer. He wasn't disrespectful. He just told the truth. The sponsors didn't say the same things about Angel.
They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel Reese. I don't know if we can make that same offer.
Translation? Angel doesn't move the needle like Caitlin does. That's not about drama. That's not about race. That's not about rivalry. It's about numbers.
We sat down, looked at the actual figures. Angel Reese was not going to be able to bring in the amount of eyes.
It's about demand. It's about impact. And whether people like it or not, Caitlin Clark is delivering all 3. Candace Parker didn't hold back, and the internet couldn't handle it.
Candace Parker asked to put certain players in a tier list. It has upset a large number of the Reese's Pieces delegation.
Recently, Candace Parker was asked to rank WNBA players by tier.
When asked to rank WNBA players by tier, she put Caitlin Clark in the A tier. Not S tier, not yet, but 1 step below the league's top veterans like A'ja Wilson and Breanna Stewart. And that makes sense. Caitlin's still a rookie, but her impact, it's already undeniable. Then came the real moment. Candace ranked Angel Reese in the C tier, calling her a role player, not a franchise leader, not a top scoring threat, but someone who excels in a limited area. Rebounding.
Angel Reese, I put her right at that C level.
Oh,
I
snap.
think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year.
The outrage, immediate. Reese fans flooded the comments, called it hate, accused Candace of being biased, personal, jealous, the usual script. But Candace Parker stood firm. To be ranked above, you have to carry a team as a 1 or 2 option. Angel's not doing that. Yet. She didn't tear Reese down. She told the truth.
What about defensive rebounding? What about finishing around the rim? What about point forward?
Yes, Angel works hard. Yes, she's improving.
They asked me my opinion on player tiers, and
my thing is then if you bring something to the argument, bring something else. Can she get to player A or player S or whatever? Yes, she can. Yes. Right now, I don't know if she's alongside those players in B's, and you're measuring her against players that have been in the league for years.
Right.
But if you want to be in Caitlin Clark's league, you have to dominate games, elevate teammates, and change outcomes. And that's what Caitlin is already doing. She leads the Indiana Fever in points, assists, and minutes. She commands the defense's full attention every night. And even when she's injured, Caitlin's presence shifts the national conversation. Meanwhile, Angel's double-doubles might look good on paper, but they haven't led to wins.
Angel Reese has been improving her game. She's been getting better. She might not be there yet. She's not there yet. She's not carrying her team to victories, though. We're halfway through the season, and the Chicago Sky are in single-digit wins. If the Chicago Sky were a playoff team, which they currently are not, 7-17.
The Chicago Sky are near the bottom of the league. No playoff picture, no momentum, no takeover moments. That's the difference Candace was talking about. Not just who fills the stat sheet, but who fills the arena, who lifts a franchise, who changes the game. And make no mistake, Caitlin Clark is doing all of that in her rookie year. Even Candace Parker, a legend herself, recognized it. And when she was attacked for being too honest, she stood tall. There's no hate on Angel Reese, but if you're going to argue, bring facts.
There's no hate on Angel Reese. I love her.
She didn't backtrack. She didn't apologize. She didn't fold to pressure. Just like Caitlin Clark doesn't fold on the court. That's leadership. That's truth. That's greatness recognizing greatness.
That's some great players, Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard. It's great. Wesley Johnson's been great. Montrezl Harrell been great. The league has been, it's been must-see TV. For sure.
You can spin opinions. You can debate rankings. But you can't argue with facts. Let's start with the most obvious one. Caitlin Clark moves numbers like no one else in women's basketball. When Caitlin plays, ratings skyrocket, arenas sell out, and the national media takes notice. When she doesn't play, the energy drops, and so do the numbers. Just look at what happened during the highly anticipated Fever versus Sky matchup.
Fever versus Sky game is a nationally televised ABC game. No Caitlin Clark, WNBA better start watching those ratings.
Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are out of this game today.
The one the WNBA called Barbie Night. Both Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark were injured and ruled out. But the conversation around the game...
Angel Reese being out injured and Caitlin Clark being out injured. This was meant to be the marquee game of the year.
All about Caitlin's absence. Why? Because she's the draw. She's the one fans were flying in to see. The one ABC was counting on. The one the league was promoting. Angel was also out, yes, with a back injury that some fans even speculated.
Injury said she's a damn back injury. There's no way you can play with a back injury.
Might have been time to avoid the comparison.
Knowing Caitlin Clark is out, maybe Angel Reese doesn't want anyone to compare her drawing power
to Caitlin's star power on national TV. That might sound harsh, but the reality is unavoidable. No one is lining up to watch the Chicago Sky C team.
They've got 8 players. And how many of those 8 players are actual guards?
And that's exactly what they've become without Angel and a few other pieces. They played with just 8 available players.
The Chicago Skies, we're going to be watching Rachel Bannum play 40 minutes of point guard.
Including non-guards forced to run the point. And still the concern wasn't, can Angel carry the team?
The most lopsided victory that the Indiana Fever have. There is no reason at all the Fever shouldn't win.
It was, how bad are the ratings going to drop without Caitlin Clark?
Real direct evidence on a huge network like ABC that maybe somebody can't draw as well as somebody else.
That tells you everything. Meanwhile, the Chicago Sky, with or without Reese, are sitting near the bottom of the league standings.
They're barely lower than the Sparks over the last 2 years.
7 wins, 17 losses. They're not even close to playoff contention. And despite Angel's double-doubles, they're not translating to wins. That's the key difference. Angel's stats look good, but the results aren't there.
One of the worst double-doubles in the history of the planet.
The Chicago Sky are the most disappointing team in the WNBA this year. The Sky are no question about it. They were meant to be good, or at least meant to be competent.
Caitlin's stats are great and the results are undeniable. Not just for her team, but for the entire league. Let's break it down even more. Caitlin Clark has sold out arenas across the country, home and away. She's boosted TV ratings by over 200% in some markets. Indiana Fever games are now must-watch events. National networks are rearranging schedules to show more of her. Her rookie cards are selling for record-breaking prices. One just sold for $660,000. And she's still leading the Fever in scoring, assists, minutes, and media coverage, all while adjusting to a brutal WNBA schedule. Now compare that to Angel Reese. She's had moments, yes. Strong, rebounding nights, visible presence on social media. But her impact on the league, minimal. Sponsors weren't interested. Ice Cube confirmed it. They didn't tell us the same thing about Angel, he said. That's not personal. That's the business talking. Caitlin Clark is more than a rookie. She's a phenomenon. Her impact is measured in sold-out arenas, primetime games, and revenue spikes. And in a league that has long struggled with visibility, her presence has been a once-in-a-generation boost. Angel Reese can market herself all she wants. Call herself Bayou Barbie, Double-Double Queen, or Point Forward. But the numbers don't care about nicknames. They care about results. And Caitlin Clark is delivering results the WNBA has never seen before.
Then you got Angel Reese. I put her right at that C level. I think in terms of being above, you have to be able to have the ability to carry a team, be a 1 or 2 option. I think Angel Reese is fantastic at her role, which is offensive rebounding. She showed and demonstrated so much growth in that first year.
Ice Cube said it. Candace Parker confirmed it. And the numbers prove it. Caitlin Clark isn't just a rookie. She's the most important player in the WNBA right now. The $5 million offer wasn't hype. It was business. Sponsors wanted Caitlin, not Angel. Why? Because Caitlin Clark sells out arenas, breaks viewership records, and makes the league matter. Meanwhile, Angel Reese is still figuring it out, and that's fine. But let's stop pretending they're on the same level. They're not. One is a rising star. The other is already carrying the future of the league on her back. And the crazy part? Caitlin's just getting started. If you ride with Caitlin Clark, drop a CC22 in the comments. Let the media, the league, and the haters know the real MVP has already arrived.